Okay, so what you see before you is a RAID array, or a drive array that I'm building for storage, using drives that cost me 20 bucks, cables that cost me another $40, somewhere in there. I think they're $20 a cable, so $40 in total because I need two, and a flashed RAID card to host bus adapter mode, which means that it basically just serves as a drive controller. So, we're just going to go through all the fun it is of getting this up and running, right? So we can make some real cheap storage happy. Adam will be very happy. So there's a power on. That drives this one and this one right now. These are the only two that I'm testing. I already found one bad drive, so we're going to step through the rest of them. So what I'm looking for is the RAID card to come up and say, hey, we're initializing. So we're waiting on initializing. Fantastic. Now, if it lets me get into the configuration utility, that means the drive is good enough to be recognized by the card, and then I can power it off. Fantastic. Excellent. Drive is good enough to be recognized by the card. So I'm going to do this 8 more times. Well, we may not be in a good place because, yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but it seems like drive 2 is not doing well, so I got to replace that, and hopefully I've got another drive that's going to work. So yeah, while the drive does spin up and it gets past its original post, unfortunately, it won't mount. So we need to replace this drive. Alright, and before we get too far into testing all these drives, let's make sure the drives actually show up in Linux, so that way we can be like, yes, we can read-write to these drives. That is the whole point of a data share. So if we don't get that, then this whole thing is kind of useless, huh? So check out our disks. We see 3 terabyte drives, and that's what I currently have attached. So now I gotta go through and test all the other drives. So, pro tip, if you have a drive that is not doing well, Linux will just hang while it tries to mount the drive. So I know whatever drive I just put in is bad. You know, in all honesty, this should really be called how well does the Postal Service ship your stuff? And the answer is hard drives are one of the most sensitive things to ship, and the box I got was a little destroyed. So right now, if this drive passes, I will have 6 drives out of 10. That's a 60%, which sounds pretty bad, because it is pretty bad. But yeah, so we're gonna do this last drive. We're gonna see if she's gonna mount, and we'll see whether or not we do get a true 60%. Not a 50. I'm hoping for 60. Let's shoot for 60. And I'm not even like full doing smart testing. I'm literally just checking to see if it mounts in the system and doesn't cause it to freeze. That is the only thing I am checking on. The condition of the drive beyond that is what I'm going to be testing later, but that takes hours and hours and hours and hours. So, looks like, hey, this drive is probably okay. We're mounting. We're getting ready to get into the operating system. And if you're wondering why my Linux installation doesn't have the splash screen, it's because I turned that crap off so I could see when it freezes. Because it will, especially, you know, when the drive goes, okay, well, I'll get to this point when Linux can't mount it. So it's always good to catch that stuff in the logs. And we're just going to open up disks here. And we got a 3 terabyte drive. So far, all these drives, we have about a 60% survival rate when, you know, United States Postal Service ships your shit.